Because you're amazing, just the way you are. We're gonna do some Bruno Mars today. This is Gets Therapized, where I, a licensed therapist, react to things in pop culture, especially when it comes to relationships, healthy relationships versus unhealthy relationships, and the messaging in media. Let's do this. Mended light. I really dig this song. But I, as an old fuddy-duddy, just want to explore the messaging in Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are. What's positive? I'll tell you right out of the gate, there's nothing really negative about this song, but could use a little bit more meat when it comes to establishing a long-term healthy relationship. So we're going to dive in and we're going to watch the music video. Let's do this thing. First of all, she's listening to it on cassette. So already, I approve. If Bruno Mars were my kid, I'd be like, she's retro, I like her. Oh, you don't do that to a cassette tape. He's obviously from this generation because he doesn't realize what a big deal that is. It's pretty cool art though. Just the Way You Are. I do. Bruno Mars is great. But we're gonna talk about dating and healthy relationships here.
Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining.
Oh, that's cool.
Her hair falls perfectly without her.
I love how she's like biting her nail and looking at him like that. No one's ever done that to me in real life. She's so beautiful and I tell her every day.
I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see.
Okay, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. It's so sad that she won't see what I see. So right out of the gate, there are a lot of people who have been taught to be modest and to be humble is a virtue, but there are positive and negative ways to do that. To be modest and to be humble is a virtue if it means you don't see yourself as superior to other people or you're not putting others down to build yourself up. Conversely, not acknowledging our talents, not acknowledging our virtues, not acknowledging our skills or the better parts of our features. I know I have nice eyes. I have a very crooked nose, but I have nice eyes, right? And it's all just part of what makes up me. But he says that she won't believe me when I compliment her. I see this a lot in therapy, actually, where people are so used to not believing themselves or others treating them poorly that their default is unworthiness. Their default is lack of self-regard, lack of self-esteem. And so when someone praises them, they don't internalize it. It's like an organ that is incompatible with your blood type, and so your body rejects it, right? An organ transplant. I'm trying to give you praise, I'm trying to give you love, and it just gets rejected psychologically because your baseline is, no, you don't mean that. Or you've got another angle. What do you really want? Or if you knew me better, you wouldn't think that. The key here then is loving ourselves. They say that until you love yourself, you can't love other people. I don't believe that. I've known people who hate themselves, who very much love people in their lives. What we can't do is let other people love us because we don't believe that it's real, because we don't believe that we're worthy of love. And so working on ourselves, working on seeing the good in us, celebrating the good in us, and some of you are like, ew, just thinking of that is icky. Ew, I just can't do it. But you are strengths and weaknesses, same as anybody else. And if you're just seeing the weaknesses or maximizing those and minimizing the good, then you're not being honest with yourself. And it's going to make it hard for somebody else to love you and for your relationships to last. Because part of why we're in relationships is not just to be loved by another, but to love them, to have the experience of loving them. And what if you're with somebody who wants to love you and you don't let them? That's something to work on. Let's keep going.
Every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, because you're amazing, just the way you are.
Okay, I love this song. It is shallow as hell. It's okay, because most love starts with infatuation or physical attraction of some way or another. But this song, if you notice, it never really gets out of the gear of looks. She doesn't think she's attractive. The song is basically, you don't think you're beautiful, I always do, so accept it, the song. And it's awesome, like it's wonderful, but there's so much more to love than looks. And seeing someone as beautiful, no matter what situation they're in. I was once dating a girl and she got in a car accident. Her face was all bruised up and she felt very self-conscious. And to me, she was still gorgeous because it was about more than this, right? I cared about who she was. So maybe that's the deeper meaning of the song, that he always finds her beautiful no matter what because he sees who she really is. And if that's the case, Bruno Mars, well done. If it is actually, no, I just always think you're beautiful, be careful, because nobody looks good all the time, except Alicia. What the hell?
And when you smile,
I love this.
the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are.
That's not just about looks. I know people who smile. I mean, most people are more attractive when they smile, because it's not just about the looks, it's about the light, it's about the energy, it's about the positivity, it's about the joy that they are bringing, that they are spreading. The most attractive you can be is when you smile, whoever you are. And again, it's because of more than the aesthetics. So I love in the music video, she's like, all right, I'm gonna come chill with you now. You're telling me I'm pretty, we can hang out.
Her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. Her laugh, she hates, but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day.
So again, her lips, her laugh, sexy, these are the words we're using. She's so beautiful, I tell every day. On the one hand, this could be seen as shallow, because everything ties back to sexiness and sexuality, like does it turn me on? But sexy isn't just it turns me on, it's just I find it attractive. And my favorite picture of Alicia, I can never show the world. It was my birthday. She made me a pie. It was a birthday pie instead of a birthday cake. She was pregnant. Her hair wasn't really done, and this was before she got eye surgery, the laser eye surgery, so she had these really thick glasses that made her eyes look like tiny little beads. And she's wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt with a big pregnant belly. And she hates that picture. She hates how she looks in it. She doesn't want the world to ever see it. You will probably never see it. I love that picture, because that is the woman that I came home from work to every day. That is the woman who was sacrificing so much for our family. That is the woman who sometimes didn't shower for a couple days because she was so busy with everything else that was going on. To me, that was beautiful. And to me, that was sexy. And so on the one hand, this seems like a very surface level, shallow song. On the other hand, if you let it, it's quite beautiful. And Bruno Mars got style. I could never pull off that little mini fedora. My face is too round. So it looks like if you ever see like a circus bear with a tiny little hat and a big face, like that's what I look like in tiny little fedoras. I need something wide brimmed.
Oh, you know, I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that lyric. You know I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're looking for, then just stay the same. There's a Billy Joel song, also called Just the Way You Are, completely different song, but it has similar lyrics and a similar message. They sing it at the end of Shrek, if you're wondering what that song is. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. And skipping forward, it's like, I love you just the way you are. All these songs, it's wonderful. Gotta be careful. Accepting someone in their totality, loving them, warts and all, flaws and all, weaknesses and all, is a beautiful thing. That's what love is, and we shouldn't be trying to change fundamentally who the other person is to be with them. But we do evolve and learn and grow. It's like in high school. I have so many yearbook entries where people say, never change, stay the same, I love you, you're great just the way you are. And I'm looking at that like, but we're gonna change. We're gonna grow saggier and older and more wrinkly and more gray over time. Our values, our perspectives, our viewpoints are gonna shift over time, what we want out of life. Now the light inside of us can remain, or if we lose it, we can get it back. It's the whole purpose of Mended light. And some of our core personality traits will stay the same. But part of loving somebody, I'd love to hear the love song where someone says, whoever you evolve into, I will love. But that's not nearly as catchy as this. But there's gotta be a catchier way to write that. Look, I'm not dumping on Bruno Mars or this song. Again, I love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm just using it as a springboard to talk about healthy relationships. Don't at me.
don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say when I see your face.
These tape animations are good. These cassette tape animations. Even like he's fuzzy in the background. Like the animation is on the table singing in the background. Like this is a well-produced video.
And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing.
Alicia's got a smile like that. And it's not just her looks, like there's a light there that people pay attention to when she smiles. So this has been Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are, gets therapized.
Just
the way you are.
When I see your face,
And we're just hitting the high notes. Where'd she go? She left him.
there's not a thing that
Oh no, she's still there.
I would change, 'cause you're amazing.
I love that though. I would love to do that on a date and be like, you just chill on the couch. I'm gonna go to the piano and I'm gonna stare at you as I play. While you can chew on your hair. Because that's how hot I am. I just make you want to eat your hair. What is that? Maybe that's a Bruno Mars thing, because I don't think I've ever made a woman eat her own hair out of desire. But here we are. Great song, great video. You know, pretty good message. Could be shallow, could be profound. It really depends on how you look at the lyrics. But the point is that love is more than looks. And love is simultaneously, I love you just the way you are, and I love you for who you're going to be. And I accept you for who you are, and I want you to grow into the best version of yourself, because that's part of why we enter into partnerships, is to help one another to do that. But still, great song. Speaking of relationships and growth, oh, Ross and Rachel. Ross, you dummy. Were they on a break or not? Right? Was he right to sleep with somebody else, or was he in the wrong? I'm gonna look at this from a therapist's perspective. Check out this video right here. If you need support with your relationships, meet with a therapist on my team. I've got a link in the description for a free 15-minute discovery call to pick their brains and to see if they're a good fit for you moving forward. This has been Gets Therapized. I'm Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist. Like, subscribe, click the bell. Tell me what songs or pop culture things you would like for me to therapize in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Keep shining your light. Well, look at that. I am somebody who does what he says he's gonna do. I told you there'd be another video, and here it is, because I deliver. That's why they call me Domino's. Nobody calls me Domino's.